your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Hey, it's Icarice, and I'm here to tell you about Hotcast for Podcasting. We are a podcasting studio located in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Hot 702.5 FM studios. You can book online at hot7025fm.com. Just click on Hotcast. You can book and find your times right there. Thank you for booking with Hotcast for Podcasting.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Kevin Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
E-Class Consulting. It's owned and operated by Icarice, providing tools, training, and resources that are sure to make you and your business even more successful. We are staffed with a marketing, credit, tax, and a real estate consultant. E-Class Consulting also provides a temporary admin service called E-Class Admins. Want to book an appointment with E-Class Consulting? Call 702-518-3002 or email book@eclassconsulting.com. E-Class Consulting, navigating you to greatness.
It's your girl, Miss Connie, coming to you every Wednesday at 5 p.m., discussing the levels of intimacy. What's your naked truth? Stay tuned in to stay turned on. See you at 5. This is Miss Connie from Levels of Intimacy. You're tuned in to Hot 702.5 FM.
Am I live? Are we live now? Are you my friend? What's up, everybody? Let me get it together. Of course, it's a discombobulated Wednesday. What's up? I'm your girl, Miss Connie LV, and this is another episode of Levels of Intimacy, the Naked Truth. Let me get it together. Hold on. I'm about to, it's too much going on. It's a wig on Wednesday over here, okay? For real. Okay, I'm getting it together over here. Sorry, y'all. What's up, everybody? Yes, it is me over here with the nonsense, per usual. I'm just not even appreciating how the headphones took my fluff out. I was giving Farrah Fawcett. Okay? Michael, hold on, y'all, with these headphones. Yeah, come on in here, get situated, put your blinkers on, get in the right lane if you out here in traffic, because today I'm showing up and we getting ready to talk about it. if you are a part of my algorithm, if you are my friend, if I am in your For You page, then you already know what today's topic is about. It's about getting naked and getting down to the nitty gritty and the truth of all things. Okay? Girdles off, ladies. Listen, tap on in here. If this is your first time, make sure you follow me on YouTube at Intims.C Box and The Naked Truth, Miss Connie. I actually have 2 pages because one is with the nonsense and the other one is not. So pick your struggle out here. But make sure you follow me because I do want to let you guys know that tune in on Facebook that we are, I don't know, I don't want to say breaking up. We're just moving on. You know, we out here serial dating in this app world. So we with the new, okay? We with the new, we with the boo. So we will be moving on here on as follows, but check back because, see, you never know. That's why we don't burn no bridges, okay, Mark? We're not trying to burn no bridges because we never know when we may have to make a double back just to see what's going on at the last house on the left in the bushes. But yeah, make sure to follow me at Miss Connie LV. That's MissConnielv on all platforms. Or if you've known me for a while, that's TMO Baby, which is the Mofo One, totally made over. I am your stylist here in the city of Las Vegas at the Look Style Society. But now that I got all that out the way, let me tap into what is going on. First of all, March was madness, okay? In Vegas out here with this traffic and this construction and these cones. But welcome to the city, guys. We love it. We love that the economy itself is revolving. Hello, mother. Hello, everybody on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. What's up, everybody? But yeah, we gonna talk about it today. I left some information online, just reading about, like I said, March Madness, but now it's April Fool, and we're not getting ready to go for it, okay? I want to know today, what is your naked truth about the monster, about the predator? Who is the predator in your life? Do you know of any predators? And if so, are you allowing them to prey on others? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. I want to make sure I put that number out there. It's 702-551-5261. If you want to call in, and today is time to tell your story. You don't even have to show your face, but definitely drop it in the comments, put it in the airways, put it in the universe, write it on a piece of paper, call the police, tell your mama, sister, brothers, uncles, friend, who is the predator in the family, okay? Because these people are moving all around and about. I'm waiting for, hey, Leslie, I'm waiting for a few people to really just get up the guts to deal and heal at the same time. Because a lot of us have been through this trauma and we're dealing with things, but we're not really healing. And then we get in these relationships and hence they're unhealthy. And then we keep trying to figure out what's wrong. What's wrong is we are still dealing with the trauma of the predator. Most of the times that's still in the atmosphere, still in the family, still at the house, still preying on other children that you know. So not only am I going to come for the predator today, I'm going to come for you. Because if you are someone who has been violated by someone and you tell me, okay, real stories, okay, you tell me that because this person is now in their life, that it's your obligation to take care of them, but this person has caused you so much trauma in your life that you literally are on a medication, okay? Damn near that your insurance can't afford. Shout out to the Trump administration. Okay? You letting this person put you on a prescription that you cannot afford, and he is living in the house with you, your daughter, and your granddaughter. Something wrong with you. I got a real problem with you. Let me see. What's Leslie Friday over here saying on Facebook? She said, what? Oh, I don't got no glasses on. Read it, E. I can't see it. I left my glasses.
Leslie says, family is mad at me because I took actions on the cousin that molested my daughter.
Okay. See, this is what I'm saying. So Leslie, was that the first person? Is that her, all those her comments? She says, could not, what? Oh, cousin, not cousin. Oh, okay. Cousins. Oh, she made that plural. So it's literally somebody that has this much strength.
I think she was saying cousins or not cousins. I think that's what she meant.
Cousins or not cousins. No, I think, no, I know her.
She wrote cousins.
No,
she wrote cousins in the original message. So
yeah, it's plural. This person.
She wrote it like that.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that her other message was saying cousins or not cousins.
Yeah.
Like you can get it.
Yeah, you can get it. Okay. Okay. See. Yeah. And now, how do you just get to stay in a family?
No, she said cousin, not cousins.
So one cousin molested one person. Okay. Let's get it clear, because I was getting ready to go on a rampage. I'm still gonna go on a rampage, but yeah, we got to reveal these people. We won't even say these people's name out loud to other people. Like, what is that about? Why is that person's? Why is it so important that we protect that? Protect the abuser. I'm always baffled by that. Even when I see women in domestic violent relationships, and you have a black eye, but you don't have the correct story. And it's like, yo, we thought you were getting your ass whipped. Now it's official, and we still pondering on, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. And I'm not coming for DV because I am a victim of domestic violence. But as I know that he is tapped into every show because we have healed in the name of love and Jesus, I literally, you know what I'm saying, know how to box. Because at some point you got to fight back. And when you can't fight back, you got to leave. But I know everybody exude different levels of strength. But that's adult on adult, parent on parent. I'm talking about a defenseless child. Literally, today is Wednesday. This month, I have had horrific stories travel through my eardrums, through my brain, down my spine, to the point where my womb was feeling hurt. I was just telling E here about a call that I got, was talking about something totally different. And in the midst of the conversation, it was revealed to me that a female had had a baby by an athlete. Here we go with this shit right here. And it's all good and it's all good, when we popping and dropping and locking. But as soon as you start delivering, let me tell you something, the whole dynamic changes. And I'm not saying it's about the baby. I'm telling you it's about the time. It's about the priority. It's about the lifestyle. It's about the expenses. All of these things change the dynamic of a relationship. So you were having fun. You thought you could seal the deal. And literally, you have set yourself up to be baby mother number, whatever. And that just, you know what? It's so crazy. I'm going to stop that thought there, because I was listening to a Rio, and I don't know what that psychologist's name is, but she made a statement about a celebrity and her husband, and was saying that when she married the celebrity, he already had 4 children out of wedlock. So him marrying you didn't change the trajectory of who he was. And now you are the other with the other. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, sometimes we need to just understand people as a character. But you had a baby by this man. Because this man did not want you or your baby, I was sent, and I just, you hear stories and you don't really believe it. And so the story it's just so graphic. It's just like, as I'm telling the story, and I haven't even looked at all the videos because it's just too much. And it wasn't like we were sharing like, oh, look. No, it was literally like in the moment. She was going crazy in a text message battle with this gentleman about how he didn't love her and how she was going to kill herself and kill the baby. She was literally filming her harming their child, the child that she delivered and the child that they helped create, he literally got 25 videos of this girl beating, hitting, and drowning a 5-month-old baby. But what did he do? He didn't even call the police. He called a friend and say, this is why I don't deal with her. She is crazy. Man, look at this. Look at this. Dude, what? This is real time. So thank goodness my friend was able to take that information to the police. But even when she got to the police interrogated her for almost 2 hours after this. So now understand that this abuse with this, I don't even know if I said how old the baby was. The baby was 5 months old. Beautiful baby, y'all. I mean, beautiful little baby. This was a 4-hour time span. So by the time we convinced the police to call CPS got involved. Then they did a wellness check on the baby. When they did the wellness check on the baby, everything had stopped. Okay. Because apparently he like, I'm calling the police. So some kind of way, it stopped. So the police show up. She don't want to let the police in because they don't have a warrant. And they like, hey, we need to know if such and such, is going on. And she was like, that's not me. I don't know what's going on, because she was smart enough never to show her face in any video. Okay. Didn't show her face in any video. After standing outside the door for an hour, having a conversation, the police really didn't want to look at the video, but they had to look at the video for evidence. The only thing that got this woman nailed in the moment was that the police officer noticed her pajama pants, because she still had them on, and the tattoo. Why in the world? I understand some people who get called CPS on them and it's for no reason, but you can't be mad that somebody else is looking after you and your children. The only way you could be mad if it's some shit going on in here that shouldn't be going on in here, and you got the government all in your business, okay? If this some systematic type stuff. But I'm just like, now let me tell you the end of the story. The baby was removed from the home. She is now in custody. Actually appeared in court, and when she appeared in court, come to find out, she had 4 other children in the system. Hello? Dude, when you meet these women with stretch marks and no babies, no cereal, no kid clothes, shoes, ask real questions, bruh. You got stretch marks. Where the baby at? Okay? Where the baby at in the picture on the social media? Where's this baby's room at? Do you have food in your refrigerator? How come you so available if you got a toddler? Start asking real questions when we out here dating, when we out here mixing and mingling and swishing and squashing with serpents, because this ain't no male thing. This ain't no female thing. This ain't a brother, sister, cousin. This right here is some monster shit. Like, for real. This is real monster talk. So thank goodness the baby has been removed. No one in the family was able to get custody because unfortunately there was no blood work done. So, and I forgot to say, the reason the guy say he kind of hesitated is because he wasn't sure if it was his baby, because guess what? They smashed on the first day. So he just assumed you was a hoe. See what I'm saying? So it's just like, you could have been waiting to have sex for 100 years, and today you smashed, and now you made a baby, and now, you don't seem as valuable to this person as you do to this person, which is still not about her. But I'm just trying to make you understand how perception, and the offenses against her other 4 children. I told E, I don't even want to say it on here, but it was horrendous. It was horrendous. Who was that? Raylante? He says they don't care about.
He said they don't care about all that, but they need to.
But they need to. Right. They don't care about that. Yeah. They definitely need to. And then as a friend of a friend, you have to make sure that your friend is not more important than that child, defenseless child. Sometimes, I get people, just being a stylist, I've seen and I've heard everything, especially out here in Vegas. I deal with a lot of lifestyle people. I deal with a lot of people in the industry, quote unquote, the game, and this is this is the land of the vampire. So you got a lot of night activity here, and and folks leaving their babies at home. And guess what? The rent up here in Vegas is giraffe high. Okay, giraffe not high. So if you don't want to live outside on the corner of a building with a cardboard box, you got to have some level of employment. And if you got a child and you got to leave this baby with people, you got to really, 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 really make sure that you got to have some care. I don't know what you got to do. Honestly, I don't even think it's a real solution, because here we got the young man who just went to work. This happened earlier in the week. He went to work. The girlfriend was supposed to watch the baby. To my understanding, I think the baby had some type of special needs or disability. I don't know if the girlfriend was aware of all of the work that was involved dealing with a child with disability, and that was the spark. I don't really know, but I know if I have a special needs child and she goes anywhere, I'm going to know her schedule, and I'm going to get on your nerves calling you. Although anybody with any type of child, special needs or not, need a break. And you would hope and pray to God that the parent could be that break. But in this case, it wasn't. This young lady took this man's child's life and had no remorse about it. And I think, how old was that baby? Like, how old was that little girl? Oh, you don't know? I was gonna say 3. Yeah, I think the baby was about 3 years old and autistic. Beautiful little baby. You know, and I'm just like, yo, and then like had this demonic message attached to the whole. It's just, yo, like, what do we do? I've never, I've asked my kids 100 times, you know, because I had best friends who children were sexually assaulted in an atmosphere that I raised my children in. And my kids are like, yo, stop asking us these crazy questions. But as a mother, you know, I still have that death choking me if I found out you ever violated my children. And I think that comes from just the way my mother parented me. You know, shout out to Samantha. I never could go anywhere. I literally hated this lady up until I was about 14 or 15 years old. Like, she never let me go spend a night over people's houses. I could never just go to these places because everybody to her was a predator. You know, and I used to be like, God, I cannot stand her. She's so paranoid. But hence, here I am I'm 53, getting ready to be 53, but here I am in my 47th year, realizing and understanding that my mother was literally a victim of sexual violence. So hence, this is why she handles me the way she handles me. I am a product of rape, you know, but my mother never associated me, thank goodness, with the act of or the bad part of it. It was like, yo, I have a baby. I'm going to raise this baby. And let me tell you something, Samantha, you did a great job, girl. You did a great job. Shout out to Samantha. Can we get an applause for her? My E said, you got to take it easy on me. No, mother. I have mommy dearest. Shout out to you, mother. If you don't hear on TikTok, that's applause in the background. But yeah, guys. So I just wanted to have some people call in. Hey, what's up, Tina Marie? What is the solution? Like, what is the story? You know, like, I don't have one of these. I normally base all of my shows off of some type of life experience, but I don't have the experience of being molested as a child or being sexually violated by a family member. You know, I have a story of a cousin that got kind of creepy, but it was never like a takedown. I'm going to take you out if you ever reveal the story, you know, and we were the same age. I love you too, Tina Marie. She said, you look, oh, thank you. Thank you. You know, it's a wig on Wednesday. It got a little breezy outside, but I'm letting my hair grow. Hence, that means I have roots. When y'all see me, this hair going to be to grow out into a bob. I'm telling you, I got like 100 braids in my hair right now. I thought I was so cute yesterday. It was a whole braid hanging out the wig. I'm like, Lord, am I turning into you, Ma? Am I turning into my mother?
because she always have hair hanging out the back of her wig. It drives me crazy. But but guess who ain't bald head? Us. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I wanted to just make it light. I definitely, like I said, I wanted to get these stories out here. I want y'all to copy, paste, share, comment on every episode that you see me on. But this one, I really want you to send this out because there is a real fear, like a real fear going on. So make sure you create a little clip or reel, something, share the information. If you got a friend who you don't want to be associated with the address of calling CPS on her, please DM me, TikTok me, leave me a Facebook instant message. I will call the police on your friend. Okay. I will have the address and information associated with me, but just please make sure that you ain't lying, because I'm coming with your ass. If you get me caught up in some nonsense, we better be out here helping these babies for real. Because let me tell you something. When you don't assist these babies and they grow up, I'm seeing it now. These kids ain't coming to check for these parents. I told y'all last week, look how, what was that man? Gene Hackman was out there all that time with dementia, dead, the mama dead a week. These kids living off the fruits of his labor, ain't went and checked on their parents. These kids don't care nothing about you when you grow up, when you do take care of them. So please don't be the serpent in their life that don't take care of them, because you'll be like the other story where I heard the man came back to live with his mom, literally killed her and stuffed her in the freezer and was in there collecting her check for 4 months. And when I think somebody did a wellness check or something, and they found the mother in the freezer. Okay, this is one of these crazy old mean ladies, according to him. And you know what? Karma grow up and turn into a sociopath. What's up, Daska? Right. She says, but yet we must protect please protect the babies. Yes, please protect the babies. I'm going to, we got to move that closer. What'd that say? I left them glasses. I can't see nothing, baby.
Tina Marie said that I'm going to listen in more on topics I just got here, but I'm going to call in.
Yes. Oh, definitely call in. And listen, I invite you, although this seat over here is for sale, if you want to sell some business. Now, you know, when you contact me and say you want to promote yourself, I send you that good seat package, that good sponsor package, because you know what? I am here for your business. But let me tell you something. If you need a platform to tell your story on, if you need a homegirl by your side, a cousin in the back who ain't scared to pull the wig off, but you got to give me a minute. Make sure you bring alcohol if you want me to pull my wig off for the fight, girl, because that baby is glued down, okay? But I am that girl. I am going to show up for you. I am creating a platform for you to come out here and reveal who is the monster. You cannot hide forever. Because as long as I sit in this chair and I preach and protest that, okay, that we are the power, okay, the naked truth, we will find you. In the good words of, what's his name? Liam Neeson? No, that ain't that man's name. Is that his name? I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. But I will find you. And when I find you, I won't say it because TikTok will ban me. But you know the movie, okay? Let me find out you out here taking. And in the meantime, in between time, okay, let's get into it. Like I said, she said you want to call. The number is 702-551-5261. Okay, if you want to call in and just, tell on some damn body. Tell on these folks. Tell their names. Tell who they are. Tell if you're mad at your mama. If you knew mama, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And I really hate that, because most of the time it's family. It's trauma bonding. Don't nobody want to talk about what ain't nobody talking about. But I'm going to tell you right now, don't tell me, because I'm going to make it a show. Okay? Seriously. Now,
when I looked up the information about, okay, we know what the problem is. So what's the solution? The solution is definitely, let's check on people. I don't know if I like this homeschool shit. I feel like this homeschool stuff is getting a little bit sketchy because nobody is seeing the children. A lot of these instances had to deal with some homeschooling. Sometimes these homeschool programs need to be a little bit restructured. You need to show up for a gym day once a week or something. You need to come outside. We need to do a Zoom attendance. We need to do we need to send the school nurse out. Something has to change about the dynamic of this homeschooling, because the other story was the girlfriend, and she just got sentenced to actually execution. Is it in Tennessee? Where was that girl at? They executing that black girl. Okay, because you didn't starve the boyfriend, baby, because he worked from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. So he thinking he gone before the kids go to school, and by the time he come home, everybody sleep. This lady been poisoning this man, baby, the whole time. She ain't left the room in 2-3 months. Talk about some homeschooling. When he come home, all the other kids is playing, and his baby in the room dying. And then this heifer convinces him that she's sick, and if they call the police, they gonna take all their kids because something wrong with her, and they should burn the body up. Do you know they got this fool on camera buying a garbage can and fire? And lighter fluid, and setting his own child on fire. Okay, and then I don't know what ended up happening, but they put the fire out, but left the baby outside in the trash can, and then the man went to work. Okay. Like, how important are these jobs? The man went to work, confided in a coworker. The coworker said, man, you need to call the police. He ended up calling the police, confessing. The police show up. The baby is still outside in the garbage can, 10 years old. The baby was so emaciated in bones with no food contents in her stomach. It's just like, and he said he didn't know. How the hell you don't know? Wake your kids up. Check them out. I don't know. First of all, stop bringing everybody home. That's the first. First, stop having unprotected sex. Let me tell you something. I sell bedroom candy products, okay? Sis, leave the arms and the head, okay? Because it's getting real sticky out here. It's getting sticky. Tina Marie says, you're absolutely correct. It's your, what? If you're doing the right thing as a parent, wouldn't have, what? Okay. Oh, wouldn't have an issue with that. Exactly. But I'm saying, too, when we drop these kids off at people's house, you got to call and check on your kids, man. Like, how you just dropping your child off for the weekend and not calling? Me?
I just want you to know that Daska says, get you some glasses.
I got some glasses, Daska, but I forgot them. I got to get some ginkgo so I can remember to get the glasses. Shut up, Daska. Tell Drew I said, what's up? Hey, let me take a pause before I go to that commercial break. I definitely want to give a shout out to the sick and shut in the congregation. My homegirl, Renee Herndon, please, you better get well, Anime. Because you got a party coming up in less than 30 days, sis. So let me tell you something. Get it together, because it's your birthday, it's Cheryl's birthday, it's Serena's birthday. Shout out to all my girls this month that's getting older and finer. Okay, Serena Best, it's her birthday. Okay, wait a minute. We have a call. Hello, caller.
Hello, Connie. This is Tina Marie.
Hi, Tina Marie.
Shout out to Hot 702 FM. I was just agreeing with what you were saying. As far like I grew up around that because my mother, she dealt with, molestation as a child, and honestly, my childhood was hell because I couldn't have friends. I couldn't stay in nobody's house. I couldn't do any of that.
Right.
Because of her trauma. But that's so funny because now that I have a little girl, now it's on me.
Yeah.
I'm like that with my daughter. Like, I'm so protective, and she thinks that I'm such a mean mom. But just listening to the stories, because my mom would always tell us the stories over and over. just to, make us watch movies, tell us about, we couldn't be around family. And like you said, most of the time it was family. And honestly, the only reason why I'm sharing this is because my mom, this is her testimony. She talks about this, when she's, in church or whatever.
There's
but it's
healing.
so sad because it's so hard, being a single mom to date because you don't trust anybody. I remember this one guy was trying to court me, and he told me, you must have some type of trauma. Like, what is wrong with you? I said, no, my daughter, no. Like, he's like, you're so protective. I'm not going to do nothing to you. I said, it's not about that. It's just rules to things.
Right.
But you have men that prey on women that have girls.
Yes.
And that's what these women don't realize.
Yes.
It's the real truth.
No.
I have an auntie that stayed with a man and she knew his story. And then I come from a family of secrets where you keep it in a family, don't tell nobody. So my mom knew that. She knew that.
Right. So how do we break the cycle? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have the answers. I just got all these situations. So it's like, you're kind of over parenting without the trauma. You were parented by trauma. So
yes.
It's like, and it's crazy because right before I came into the show, my granddaughter's mother called, and she has a young schoolmate that likes her and wants to court her, and he did it the right way. He asked my son, hey, can I, he wants to have a conversation. I don't know if he has, but my son immediately, shut it down because boom, you trigger into that trauma. Like, oh no. But then are we allowing our children to live successfully? Because we don't want to stifle their growth. We don't want them to have a fear of being loved and courted and then end up settling,
Absolutely. So I agree with that, but I feel like my mom, she did pump fear in us like so much, and we didn't know why until I got of age. I'll say 14 or 15. That's when she started breaking down, different people in the family that harmed her, and I understood.
Okay.
But it was like, dang, Mom, they don't even look like, she said, it has no look.
Hey, listen, I was going to say, thank you for calling in, Tina, with that. I would love to have you on the show, too, to give you your moment in your episode, even your mom, if she's welcome. So I want to thank you for calling. We got people calling in, so I don't want to take up too much time.
Okay, go ahead. I love you guys.
Thank you. We love you back.
Anyway. I'm too shy to come on the show, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks for calling, dear.
Okay.
Have a beautiful day. Yeah, that is so true. There is no description for what the monster looks like. It could be literally a child. It could be a brother, a sister, a mother, a beautiful person, the ugliest person you ever met in your life. There is no description of who we should be warning our children against, because they never show up as that person, ever. So, thank you once again, Tina Marie. That's real. And that's just how it goes. And going back to what she was saying, my grandmother, I know, came from trauma. She was this beautiful red woman back in her day. She had children at a very young age, and thank goodness that I'm just so rooted with my family. Shout out to my cousin Mary Chris Brown and my mother. We literally talk every single day. My cousin, she's in her 70s. My mother will be 70. I'm in my 50s. And we talk about our family and how everything is, how we are bonded in these stories. And is that a caller? Okay. So we have a caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Welcome. Hey, girl. Hey, this is Leslie. So I just wanted to call and say, just because 3 of my girls were molested by a family member. And so to the parents that deal with that with their children, it is important that you stand by your children,
Yes.
You believe your children, and you stand by your children regardless. My entire family, most of my family, let me not say the entire. Most of my family quit speaking to me and my children because of me deciding to take a stance. But here's my thing. I refuse to let that happen to somebody else. You already had 3 victims. How many more were you think you were supposed to get?
Right.
I will say that my response to my aunt was, you should be glad that I chose jail over hell.
Exactly.
Because hell was really how I felt.
So wait, Leslie, did he abuse all 3 of them at the same time?
So it kind of happened in spurs. So it started when my oldest daughter, by the time I discovered it, my oldest daughter was 16, about to turn 17. But when we got down to like all the questions, all the things, it started when she was 12. And then the daughter under her and my stepdaughter. They didn't come to me until I discovered messages in my cell phone between my middle daughter and her sister. Was how I even discovered it.
So they never told. Were they afraid of him, this person?
They did. When I asked my oldest daughter why she didn't say anything, her response was, Mom, I just didn't want, she said, Mom, I just didn't want you or my daddy to go to jail. And I didn't say anything. My daughter under that, I asked why she didn't say anything. And her response was, well, Mama, he wasn't doing all the stuff to me that he was doing to my sisters. And I don't know. I didn't want anybody to be mad. My stepdaughter, I asked her why she didn't tell, and she just said she didn't want her mom to stop her from coming over to see her brothers and sisters.
So is this person in prison?
He did a funky 6 years. I know drug dealers that do more today. I know people that sell an ounce of weed that do more time than that.
Wow. And so he's still out and
even
about
though
in
he
the
took a
community.
plea, he's out now, and even though he took a plea, the family is still like, her and her kids lie. No, they nobody lie because all three girls, their stories are, or their
how
the way
old were
things
they?
happen is different.
How old were they when this happened?
The oldest one was 12 when it started. She was 16 by the time I discovered it. The one under her was 12 because it was right when she was 12 when it was discovered, and both of them were 12. My stepdaughter and my daughter are only 6 months apart.
Mm-hmm. So he catch him right at puberty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But smart enough not to do penetration. Mm-hmm. But what I found with most predators, and I know a lot of people only focus on it happening to their daughter, but if you read and you study it, it actually happens to males more often. They just don't speak about it.
Definitely.
And most times, most predators start as victims.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's just a vicious cycle. Like,
but a lot
really
of parents,
is.
what they do is not stand with their children because they're scared of, I don't want people to think this, or I don't want people to think that I'm a bad parent, or I don't want to, like for me, I usually was a person that kept my family connected, but the one thing that I will always be until the day God calls me home is a mother. And the one thing I'm going to always do is protect my children. I don't give a damn who don't like it. You ain't never got to speak to me.
That's real talk. Shout out to the real mothers out here. Thank you, Leslie. Hopefully, listen, when you and your baby's ready, we've had that conversation. The door is always open, and I am here for you to expose this bastard. Okay. Because I don't know who, is he still in the family dynamic? Like, is he at the cookouts? Is he over people's houses?
He lived with his sisters and his mama.
Which is the family.
Mm-hmm.
Child, see, girl, please don't send me off a 10 hot flash right now, because see now,
girl, listen.
It's people like him, it's people like them that allow people like him to be to be these serial predators, these deviants, these sexual deviants. So I mean, I like the description. Like, is he younger? Is he older? Is he slow?
He is.
What do this monster look like? Can we post this picture?
He's younger than me. Yep, I'll send you a picture. And you
post that shit on the thread, girl. Let everybody see he a predator. We ain't protecting nobody. Yeah, post these predators. Yeah, shout out to the real mothers. Hey, Kamara. Yeah, I thank you for that, sharing that, Leslie, because that's a lot. And hopefully them babies healing and thriving and knowing that this didn't have anything to do with them. That this person really, the family can't be trusted. Period.
Absolutely not, especially somebody you raised. Like, you bastard, I gave you a place to stay and raise you, and that was my thanks.
Were your children the first children he touched?
As far as I know, but my family is kind of like all these other families. So it was a generational curse. I have uncles that did it to aunties, and my grandma just kind of, swept it under the rug, and but not me. We not sweeping this under the rug. That's the problem.
Yeah, my God. Yeah, we ain't sweeping shit up under the rugs because, honey, black folks move furniture. We moving furniture. We taking rugs out. We hanging them outside. Okay? March was madness. It's April Fool. We not going into May because we planting seeds of intention. So, once again, thank you, Leslie, for calling. Like I said, the seat and the door is always open for you to come and have that conversation and reveal these monsters out here so that at least if we can't tell the story, we just put a face to these people that's out here so they could just stop living as normal folks because something wrong with their asses.
Absolutely.
These folks out here giving away. Huh?
Yeah. Absolutely. There's people who's trying to beg somebody to touch them, and you out here
violating
taking
the baby
from the unwilling and the innocent.
Okay, that's
what is your problem?
Yeah, it's just sick. It's sick. It's porn. That's what it is. It's that damn porn. But thank you, babe. Thank you for calling in. You have a great day. Kiss them babies for me. You know, so it's funny that she mentioned that the girls were 12 because there was another story that I ran across just doing my research on this topic, and the one parent, the biracial couple where the father savagely raped, mutilated his own daughter, she had got into, I think she was 15, and he just said he could not control the urges of watching his daughter as she grew because he was turned on with her as a baby. But as she grew older, he couldn't fight his feelings and his sexual desire for his own child. It's like, what in the world, honey? Lord, I don't even want to date a man the same age as my children, let alone go screw somebody's baby. Like, what is wrong? It's just, I don't know. Lord, we pray. I'm going to tell you something. Go buy you a Bible, okay? If you know a Jehovah's Witness, they got a good thick Bible for you. You need to go over there and go get you one. Go to the hall, go to church, go pray, meditate, do something, y'all, because y'all gonna have to, somebody gotta have some sense in the group. Somebody gotta have some sense in the group. And let me tell you something about the group. Everybody in the group can't be broken. Okay, if we all in the group trying to heal, please separate. Go find some people that's halfway through the process. Because if we all at a broken stage, we really can't help each other. Okay? Oh, I had to catch myself. That's a lot. Let me tell you something. Do we have any more callers? Because I got to gather my thoughts. 702-551-5261 is the number. Definitely want to let you know if you know or think of someone in your circles, corners, neighborhood, street, neighbors. If you hear anything, make a call. It's okay if they mad. Call CPS. Call somebody to call somebody. Go save a baby because that blood gonna be on your hands. Tina Marie says, Connie, if I send you what? Read it.
Connie, if I send you pictures, I'm the only family member in Nevada they're gonna say this got Tina Marie all over it. This especially because you hear. I told my mom that I'm hated in making mess because cousins told me things with facts. You don't need to post a picture.
Send it to me in my DM. Tina, we're gonna have a listen
because that also goes into liabilities as well. And although if the picture is posted and that like person is a sex offender, then that's a different thing.
Yeah.
If they are listed as on the public records as a sex offender, you can post that, right? But if it's just a random picture of that person, I would not advise.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. That is true. Sometimes I forget, I be on my hood news. I be forgetting it's the real news sometimes. Yes, definitely. If they are on the sex offenders list and you have a picture of them and they still out here and about here doing inappropriate things in inappropriate spaces, please post their pictures. Please let these folks know because it's this girl. She posts everybody. I'm always on the page. She like, watch out for him. This man is a predator. And ladies, if you think it, you know it. Okay? And some of these little girls, they out here experimenting. And some of these babies, I hate to say it, are very alluring and very manipulative. So, baby girls, be careful how you present yourself with these little boy shorts on and this baby hair and these wigs looking like a baby coochie version of your mama. Because, yeah. What? Not looking like Miss Connie. Baby, don't show up looking like Grandma Miss Connie, okay? Because I can handle these bucks. You understand that? You got to be ready for this. What's that comment in there? Tina Marie say, what? Get that, what? Oh, they need to go to jail. I feel that. No, seriously. Listen. Once again, I'm laughing right now, but this was a very, very serious topic. You know, I like to be educational, informational, you know, but because this is podcast and media and this radio, you do have to have some level of entertainment with that aspect. So I don't want to seem like I'm taking light of any of this because, Connie love the babies. I'm a child advocate. I advocate for Rescue America, you know, women who are out here suffering, that go through domestic violence. Although it weighs heavy on me daily, I am out here to save you. If you need some help, if you need a friend, if you need a ride, if you need food, if you need just a resource, please don't hesitate to call E. Carice. No, I'm just joking. No, listen, you see that number, 702-551-5261. We're going to be here for you. We're going to figure out where it is and what it is that you need to know. And guess what? Make sure you call CPS. And CPS, make sure y'all doing your jobs. We know y'all overloaded, but guess what? You knew that before you signed up for this. Social work been stressful ever since they created the word. So when you said you was going to school to be a social worker, knew that you was going to have to work socially. You got to deal with all this mess. But we appreciate you though. And if you don't feel if you're appreciated, guess what? I got a platform right here for you to come in here and talk to us as a social worker and tell us as a community, what we need to do. As parents, what we need to do. As educators, as instructors, what is it that we need to do to make your job less stressful? So there's not so many children going into the system. I know damn well we need to bring Planned Parenthood back because you used to be able to go get some condoms and some birth control. So I think half of that's the problem. But hey, who am I? I'm just Miss Connie LV. This is the naked truth. This is my naked truth. The question of the day is, who is the monster and are you protecting him? Because if you are, I'm going to find out and I'm going to reveal your ass. Okay? Listen, until next week, if you need a wig, make sure you hit me up at totallymadeover.com/mavenhair.com. I am an affiliate and also a stylist for the company. You see the wigs weekly. Listen, and it's money back guaranteed as long as you keep that receipt. And also, if you're looking to create a stream of income, have a party, or step up the level of nonsense, I'm your bedroom boutique consultant here in Las Vegas. That is Bedroom Candy by Intims.C, INTIMSC /11002. Yes, I see Cordy in the house with a level of nonsense. We were discussing some bringing back the couple. So stay tuned. Stay tapped in to stay turned on. I'm your girl, Miss Connie. Have a great day. Save yourself and somebody else.
Miss Connie from Levels of Intimacy, The Naked Truth at Hot 702.5 FM, Risky Radio.